real, raw, rugged. Promise we gon' keep it 100. Hey, promise we gon' talk about something. Yeah. Tell gon' hit the ground running. Tell them other stations we coming. Never with the shit sweep coming. Don't come for us unless you been summoned. West side, see brother. Tune in, watch, cruise in. This is that.
Alright, y'all, this is your boy DJ Talented in the building. Let me throw in that card there, them lower thirds. Talk to me now. I am DJ Talented, and you know what show this is. It's moving a little bit slow because it's a little cold out there. But let's go ahead and go around the table. Who we got to my right?
I'm assuming we talking about me. Me is entertainment in the house as usual.
All right. And then we're going to go over to my left. Who we got in the building?
Damn, he forgot his name.
Wow.
What kind of shit is that?
Is he a goddamn fugitive? Nigga don't know his name. We got Mr. W. Virgol Hawkins in the building. What's good with you, man?
What's up with it, boy?
Nah, not much. And this is the show, Real.
The Raw.
And the motherfucking rugged. You dig? You know how we do it around here. You know how it goes. This is going to be our Christmas show, y'all. I know it's a couple days after Christmas, but we still feeling festive in the motherfucking house.
That's right.
Yes. So, what are we sipping on?
We got some Duce and Cavallo.
What the hell? I don't know what the fuck she drinking.
I don't know.
But I'm sipping on some damn Douce and cranberry.
Oh, that's what it is?
Douce and cranberry. Look, I forgot the damn Sprite and lime. For those who drink it with Sprite and lime.
That's all good.
Now you had to conform. Come on over to the cran.
You know.
Had to come on over to the cran.
That's crazy. Yes, y'all know. It's something in there.
It's something in there every time.
Yes, it is. Maybe go Chinese on y'all. Talk. Yeah. So, how was your Christmas, Mr. Virgil?
My Christmas was excellent, brother. Excellent. I got to pay all the bills.
Got to pay all the bills. At least you can live one more month, right?
That's it. We had to fight another month.
Miss Entertainment, how was your Christmas?
It was good. It's always good to fellowship with family.
Yes.
And it's not as big as we're used to because of COVID and Rona and her shenanigans, but we still here. We still here.
Yeah.
We still did what we had to do, and it's all good.
So we done damn near made it through a whole nother year.
Man, hurry up.
A whole nother year. Well, how many days we got left in here?
Too many.
Yeah.
One, two,
many.
3.
Four,
What's the
three,
day? The 27? We got 3, 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, them days gonna go by so damn quick.
We hope.
Because
they 2020 still taking out folks. So.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna have to kick her ass. 2020. We need to kick her ass.
Yeah, Rona and her shenanigans, boy. It's like some bullshit.
Yeah, buddy.
So we ready.
All right. So let's go into the next segment, Miss Entertainment.
All right, hot topics. So
Hot topics.
You guys, of course, early Christmas morning, an intentional bomb was set off in a downtown Nashville. People were hurt, but so far I haven't heard any deaths. So the reports say that about an hour before the bomb went off, the police were called to on a call that says shots fired. And when they got there, they saw an RV parked in front of an AT&T store with a pre-recorded voice message saying that a bomb was getting ready to go off. Now, I've never heard of a bomber broadcasting that he's going to set off a bomb before doing it. So, what do you guys think? Is this something like a precursor to something else that's coming, like a test run of some big shit that's coming?
Sound like something I'd be finding in a Batman movie.
My thing is, just recently we've been watching Netflix shows, and that's all they're showing. And certain, it's so many shows that has something dealing with a bombing.
Mm-hmm.
Is this a copycat, or is it, you better be watching yourself?
Yeah, it sound like much like a precursor to something that's coming that's bigger. Anytime something is getting ready to happen, you feel it transpiring, you feel it building up. So they trying to distract us from something else.
Yeah, it just seemed mighty funny Because I've never heard of a bomber warning folks that I'm getting ready to set off the bomb. So it just seemed like I'm hoping that it's just, conspiracy theories and it's just that, leave it as that. But I hope it's not something else on the horizon.
Or it could have been to catch some cops down there and blow up some cops. Because if they warned you, that means the cops finna come out to go find out what's going on. And it's not going to be just one or two of them. It's going to be a bunch of them.
But what they're saying is it was broadcasting like on a speaker. Hey, I'm getting ready to set off a bomb. And it was supposed to be in a female voice. Because they were called because of the shots fired. So that's to get them there. But if he really, or if whoever the bomber was really wanted to hurt somebody, they wouldn't have warned them that I'm getting ready to do this. They would have just left it as the shots fired, everybody respond, and then boom.
It sounds like some details is missing out of that.
Yeah.
Something.
It's some details missing out of that.
And what's crazy about it is if they warn you, you're still gonna get so many cops to come down there, And once so many cops come down there, they can blow up a whole lot of them. If you don't like the cops or whatever the case may be, they can get rid of a whole lot of them.
Yeah, it's mighty funny. And then Nashville, ain't nobody checking for no damn Nashville. Why Nashville unless you in the country music?
That's the whole
Why
point.
Nashville?
That's the whole point. Why not?
Test run. I get it.
Let's get this little city. This ain't nothing. It's a big city, but let's get this little city compared to New York or Chicago or something like that. Let's get this little city. If it works there, let's move to something bigger.
I'm hoping it's not. It's just kind of crazy. Like you said, I think we're missing some details. Because when things don't make sense, that means something has not been revealed. So it will come out in time. But I just want to get y'all thoughts on that craziness. Because it's like Nashville, of all places.
Yeah.
Then Christmas morning, then you still warn folks. And so it's like, ooh. But you're like, we have been watching these doggone Netflix talking about the Unabomber and the dude that bombed the Olympics. And so, yeah, we're getting into that.
Okay.
That's some good binge shows if you want to take a look at those. Those are some really good binge shows.
So that's telling a whole lot of people when you go outside, you better be carrying something.
Yeah, it's been time for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been time for that.
Yeah.
Pay attention. Because people tend to go about their business not being vigilant of some of the craziness that's right there in your face.
And one thing you need to do is keep your face out them phones. Pay attention to your surroundings.
Including
I just
yourself.
got caught up today with a situation.
Including yourself.
And I just said, I just got caught up today in a situation. Just about a good 20 minutes ago. Going down the damn elevator looking for this guy over here.
Got.
And I'm looking at my phone trying to see what he's saying. This mug standing right at the elevator when I open the door.
Scared shit out you.
Scared shit out of me, boy. Somebody almost got their kneecaps gone.
Did you have to change your drawers?
No, I ain't had to change my drawers just then. If he would step two seconds closer, boy, hey, the drawers would have been full, Jack.
Oh man! But with that too, if we are talking about the community at large getting ready for something crazy to go down and making sure that they got their selves together, make sure you checking laws in your particular state too, as a regards to
you don't want to get caught up.
Conceal and carry laws. And the biggest thing is what happens after you pull that trigger. If you're trying to defend yourself, or if you are in a situation where you have to actually draw out and draw down, know what your state laws are after you pull that trigger. Because
know what your state laws are before you pull that trigger.
Well, true, before and after. What are the laws as it pertains to just having it? What are the laws pertaining to the conceal and carry? And what are the laws to after you actually are trying to defend yourself? Because that's the biggest thing. There's a criminal and there's a civil side to that whole thing. Yeah. And what we don't understand are the aftermaths of, well, I was just defending myself. Well, we see what happens in the other communities when they say, well, I was just defending myself, and the other person isn't armed. They don't have any type of firearm or nothing, but they end up getting killed. So we, in our community, we need to arm ourselves. Number one, we need to make sure we got ample ammunition. There is a shortage right now, if you didn't know.
Yeah, it's been a shortage since this COVID stuff started.
That's right. We have to make sure we have the correct things pertaining to the paperwork, making sure you got your licenses and all that good stuff. But then, too, you have to have the knowledge as to how far
You can go.
you
with
can
it.
go with it. So
Yeah.
Now we just got into a debate on something similar to what you're saying.
Mhm.
It was something on TikTok or
No, it was on,
Facebook or IG,
Instagram, I think.
one of them, where the guy came in, was trying to rob the store, messed around, and what he tried, it looked like he threw the gun, but after he slowed it down, it wasn't. But he tried to run, and the guy behind the counter opened fire.
mm,
He hit him in the back,
mhm,
and then he laying on the ground, and he's still firing.
mhm,
And now, granted, he shouldn't have been robbing,
mhm.
but to me, there's a civil side from the robber's family.
Mhm.
Like, he on the ground, and you still pumping it in him.
Yep.
Now, see,
There's
in
the-
certain parts of that, it was what it was is at first I thought from the way I seen it, something flew when the dude put the gun up and the other guy was crawling on the ground. When the guy stood up, he kind of hit him. The robber hit the guy, and I thought his gun flew out his hand.
mm.
Then he turned and started to try to run out the building. And the dude had to hit that guy about a good 10 times.
Wow.
10 times. But he didn't lose the gun. So he kept the gun. So I understand the fact that if the gun is still in a person's position and they're still moving, there's a possibility that this guy can shoot you back. So I'm going to keep on shooting you until I know that you can't do no harm to me.
But the dude was running away. So you shot him in the back
Well, see,
several times and on the ground.
My thing is if you bold enough to walk in somebody's house or to walk into somebody's establishment waving a gun like you finna hurt them,
Mhm.
it should be lawful for you to protect yourself, those that are in the home or the store or whatever the case may be, and make sure that this person can't do any harm.
Mhm.
It should be lawful, but within laws, there are some laws that will prevent you from hurting a person if they turn their back to you.
What state are we talking about? Where did this incident happen?
Well, we don't
No,
know.
we don't know.
It was on online, so
And that's all that's what it boils down to. What does that state law say?
Mhm.
If the state law is Texas, you're justified. Whether they're back turned, whether they on the ground, whatever.
I'm moving to Texas tomorrow.
Texas
Texas ain't favorite for us. That's where
and that's
state.
why Texas, places like Texas, Florida, those places are not friendly when it comes to laws about gun laws for us. And this is what I'm talking about. You have to educate yourself based on what state you're in, because all the state laws as pertaining to gun laws are different. However, with the administration that's coming in, that's a topic that's being that's going to have heavy attention.
Mhm.
Is it going to be federalized now? Are the states going to lose the ability to have their own sanctioned laws around gun laws or around crimes that involve firearms? That's coming. It's going to be a standardized portion that everybody is talking about, this whole defund the police and police brutality thing. But what's coming in these little hidden agenda laws and ordinance that's coming,
Yeah.
they're about to get ready to federalize gun laws through the states. That says all states, this is your mandate for your firearm violence. This is what happens when a crime is committed with firearms.
Okay.
So much better pay attention.
Agreed.
Much better pay attention and start understanding that, just because you got a gun, that's great. You defended yourself, that's fine, but there's something else that's in the undertone of the whole thing.
Yeah.
Now it's going to be a federal thing. In the state, they're probably going to take it. And I'm not a politician. I don't know. I know what I know because I'm in security. And I just went through my whole license training thing here in Georgia. So Georgia has a different set of laws as it pertains to everybody else.
Right.
We can now stand our ground. We can. Yeah. We have our concealed and carries.
Right.
I don't think you can shoot anybody in the back. That's a good that's a good thing. But as far as like security, we're taught you don't draw your gun. Even under fire.
Nigga, what you gonna do? Sit there, pew pew.
Even
nigga, pew.
even if you're under fire, you're told that you're not permitted to draw your gun. If you do, you immediately fall into the line of civil suit, of pulling your gun out on somebody who's aggressive.
So
Now,
what you do then? What do you do?
you protect yourself as a citizen. You become a citizen, and then you are allowed to protect yourself as a
What do
citizen.
you do? Take off your uniform and then shoot back?
The criminal, what they teach us is
shirt back.
the organization that you work for is probably going to take care of you on the criminal side. If you were to shoot and unfortunately somebody ended up getting injured or passes away because as it relates to the action that you took, your organization, your job is going to cover that part of it. But you civilly, yeah, you're open up for whatever it is that the civil side gets brought against you.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it really is heavy, and it makes you think. You know, it makes you think, number one, about even being involved. And this is the mindset about getting yourself into situations or the potential of being in a situation
Right.
like that. That's the consciousness that our community needs to now start to understand. Do you want to put yourself in situations where you're going to actually have to face some type of consequence pertaining to gun laws?
I say it like this: I'd rather have and not need than to need
And
not have.
That's the other point that's coming down to the whole justification of these states having concealed carry or open carry laws. You might as well have it. Because if you got it, the criminals got it.
They damn sure got it.
You know
They've been practicing it, everything. They've been scouting up, getting their stuff together. They tactical with it. They know what they doing. Why are we set at a disadvantage just because of our laws? And so the laws are looking at it like, okay, it's justified for you to have it. But here's the thing. If you use it,
Then you're on their side for it's facing anything that's coming along with that.
yeah.
Check
Look,
your Facebook
look.
live.
Facebook Live right here. We got a hello from Mr. Fishmeister. What's going on, Leon? What's good?
Is that Buck?
Yep, Buck G.
Buck, happy belated birthday, brother. I know we did that over IG, but
we got some drinks over here.
my boy's birthday was the 26th.
We got Cuzzo Gary McGee in the building. His birthday was
That's Gary?
Yeah, the 26th. We got Sandy in the building. Sandy Pruitt, how you doing? She's sipping on her mango margaritas.
Okay, because you saying I can't see y'all.
Yeah.
So shout out to Miss Sandy. That's my
Yeah,
OG.
Yep. We got Auntie in the building. What's going on, Aunt? What you doing? Yeah. So we sipping. Everybody got their glass? What y'all sipping on? Go ahead and put it in the chat right there.
Well, look like somebody don't slurp down their shit.
Well, you know what? We might need to.
Both of y'all luscious.
We might need to pour a whole drink.
Both of y'all damn luscious.
It's been a long month.
So while I
Excuse,
move
it's been a
on,
long year. Shit, fuck the month. It's been a long year.
so while I move on to the next topic, there, go on and I guess re-up.
You said it.
So, crazy in the news. So you guys are from the Chicago area, so you know about a whole lot of snow, right? So let me know your thoughts on this situation, right? In Kentucky, this guy goes outside in his bathrobe, slippers, and beer in hand, and a flamethrower, and starts clearing out his driveway with his flamethrower. Now, you know,
Okay.
I'm born and raised in the South, and I have had some time in the North, but I have never seen anybody use a flamethrower to clear the driveway. That seems dangerous. So, what are you guys' thoughts on, you know, using a flamethrower, house slippers, and a beer to clear out your driveway?
That man obviously has had a difficult situation come up.
So
He fighting with something else. He fighting with something else.
So what's crazy is if you going out there in slippers, boy, what's wrong with you? House shoes. What's wrong with you? You got a flamethrower. Who you trying to kill?
When else is he gonna use a flamethrower though?
Right. But
Why does
actually,
he have a flamethrower? Why?
He melting the snow. But if you think about it, as soon as he gets through melting it, it's gonna freeze up.
Again?
Yeah.
Nigga just
But again, why do you have that as something to have, a flamethrower? Where are you using
I
that
wouldn't
at?
mind having one, actually.
Okay, so
I
let
ain't
me
got-
get into your mind. Why would you want
just to
that?
have one? Just to have. You talking?
This is a man thing.
It's a man who is
Crazy man thing.
is dealing with something. as a man that's dealing with something, I understand why he has a flamethrower outside in just slippers and got his beer. He don't give a damn about something. Something is bothering
Something
him.
or somebody.
And he like fuck everybody and just doing his business. I get it.
What'd be funny is
However,
if he fall.
however, there's no reason to flamethrow snow, bro. I mean,
Re-up.
it could be worse. He could.
What up, John?
Okay, how can you be worse?
He could try to shoot the snow. He
I guess. I guess.
he could be doing something more idiotic, but that brother.
And there's video of him just going along his driveway, just using his flamethrower.
And
Hey,
what's crazy?
he ain't bothering nobody.
What's crazy?
No, he ain't bothering
can't
nobody.
be touched. Can't nobody touch him.
Right. It's
Cause he
not.
he on his own property.
It's not illegal.
He got his own flamethrower.
He ain't did nothing.
But who the hell has a
Flamethrower.
That man is dealing with something.
Yeah, I agree.
He's dealing with something.
I agree, because
Jesus
that
love
was.
you. Jesus love you.
Get that man a drink.
Yeah, we're gonna toss that
Toss
one
up a
up.
drink to him.
All right. I just thought that was like crazy in the news.
That's definitely crazy.
And it's in the news.
I don't condone anybody just going out and buying flamethrowers.
No, I just didn't see the point of that. But I was like, maybe this is a man thing because I don't get that one.
Nah.
So moving on, my favorite segment. What would you do? Y'all ready?
Okay. This one is gonna be a little crazy, yeah.
It always is. So you got one of those jobs that's a shift work, right? Meaning that many people come in at different shifts, and it's a large building and very spread out. So you can easily hide out or get lost in the building if you wanted to, right?
Right.
So you happen to be walking by this area that's not visited by most, and you hear some strange but familiar noises.
Mm.
So you creep up real quietly, right? And you discover your boss's boss and your peer getting it on. Somebody getting it in. So, but they did not see you. So the following week, your peer gets a promotion. What do you do? Do you say something? Do you just keep it moving? Or do you hey, your boss's boss, hey, I saw this. What about me?
See, my thing here.
You say
When I'm
no.
walking past them, they don't see me, I'm recording their ass.
Right.
Getting evidence, nigga, I'm finna be the one you promote.
Me, I ain't doing shit. I will definitely take me a picture and sit back and laugh at it or a video, but oh well. They got in their position how they got in their position. And I ain't mad at it. I've used sex as a promotion before myself.
Tell us more.
No.
Tell us more.
No. Those was back in the days where a brother could use his charm to get ahead. But it is what it is. I mean, if that happened and
Especially if I don't like that person.
well, see
nigga,
that
I'm getting in there.
that's
Look,
different.
Listen.
Had
Y'all
it
gonna give me what I want.
had
or
it
we
been
all
somebody
getting
I had
fired.
eyes for or something like that, and she getting her back banged out by the boss's boss, then I'm telling. I'm telling. How dare you give it to him without having me first? But without that, something like that, nah, it ain't my business. I don't care.
It ain't my business either. But see, if I wanted that position and that other person was trying to get that position, buddy, you gonna give me that position or we all gonna get fired.
I'm relating it to the shift job I got now, and I don't want a higher position at that job. So yeah, I'll pass.
You pass?
Ain't none of my business.
So what if you go a little bit further and you do confront your boss's boss? And your boss said, well, you're going to have to bend it over just like that
What the
person.
fuck? Nuh-uh.
You want that promotion?
I will be escorted off the premises.
I'm suing.
I'm
I'm suing. I'm suing.
I'm throwing furniture, him, everything.
Yeah,
else.
you can get this promotion, but you got to do a little something for me.
Ain't going down, bro.
Shoot you in your goddamn kneecap.
Ain't going
Nigga,
down.
It's the wrong one.
Going down one way or the other.
Nope. I will walk out of here head held high and butt cheeks clenched. No sir.
Let's say you ain't got to bend over. You can get on them knees. How about that?
Oh, hell no.
I'm about to beat your ass. You
Right.
say something like that.
Right.
You gonna fire me anyway, but I'm about to beat
I'm
your
all
ass.
right. I'm about to do about.
Hey, man,
It's
you want this
WWE.
promotion? That's fine. I got you.
Fuck that. There ain't
I
no
guess that's a
amount
hell
of
no.
money. No.
Nigga Chin,
No amount of money.
gonna look like somebody that broke him off because I'm gonna tear his shit up. Nigga, well, motherfucker.
I don't give a damn.
What if it was a female?
Depending on what she look like.
Look.
Hey,
Depending on what she look
call
like.
me caveman, call me male chauvinist or whatever. It definitely depends on what she look like.
So she'll bend it over, and you good with it, and she gonna give you
If
that
I'm
promotion.
bending her over,
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
She bent
hell
over.
yeah, absolutely. If the criteria fits, if it's something I can stomach, maybe we might discuss it, and I might have to take a week or two to think about it. But
Shit.
yeah,
If she look like she can get it, I'm knocking it down.
if she look like something I can look at her afterwards and not be wanting to just throw myself off of a building for doing that.
Throw up in your mouth.
Yeah, call me chauvinist, call me whatever, but yeah. Ain't no man doing the damn thing to me.
That's
Number
fine.
one.
If she's a female, that's why I switched it up for you.
If it's a female, we would have to think about it. But
It's
That
up for
nigga ain't gonna
discussion.
think. That nigga ain't gonna think. He going in.
nah,
If she look like she worth something.
if she looked like she worth
You
something,
going in.
remember I said earlier I've been presented with that type of situation, so to get ahead. So
Still, you still don't want to tell us more? Since
No.
it was way back in the day.
Nah.
Had nothing to do with today.
nah,
You holding that one to the grave.
yeah, yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to move it on then. Set It Off Sunday. Set It Off Sunday is just freestyle and just talking about whatever you want to talk about. So I'll start it off. So here's my thing. I witnessed an argument between two friends, right? One white, one black. To me, it wasn't no big of a deal. It was just two people disagreeing. Nobody got slapped. Nobody got cursed out. No money was lost. So, but in that argument, the white person felt disrespected. And again, it was nobody called out their name. It was no profanity. It was just a disagreement of a situation. And to just be transparent, it was a volunteer type of work that we was doing. So nobody got paid. So it wasn't worth all that. 2 years later, the white person's still mad. The black person, like, what were we even arguing about? So, because
Shenanigans.
us as black people has went through a whole lot of shit, and I think sometimes some things we deemed as not that serious, that other nationalities, other communities feel that it is, because we see a lot of stuff on TikTok, Facebook, or whatever, where somebody's, oh, I'm hurt, and we're like, why? Do you think it's that? Could it be that?
It is. It's always that when it comes to the races. Races meaning not racist people, but the different races of people. It does go down to the the psychological way that we handle things, whether it's argumentative, whether it's in agreements, whether it's different forms of how those things are being handled by the races, because you have certain communities that are not prone to a whole lot of hardship, a whole lot of having to give to take, or what we call rob Peter to pay Paul type situations.
Right.
And so when they're confronted in situations, especially by us folk, it can feel like an attack on them a lot of times. And in that attack, a lot of those individuals don't know how to give it, speak it, and let it go. We can speak what's on our mind and don't care about it the next week. We can have as boys, we can have a flat out total 1,000% disagreement. He's absolutely right in the situation. I'm wrong as shit, and I know that I'm wrong. Fuck you, blah, 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 blah. We back at it the next month. Man, what you doing today?
I ain't doing
Because
that.
that is
Drinking.
not only is how we as black men or black individuals we have access to that type of argument or that type of temperament coming up. You know, you go through that in kindergarten.
Yeah.
You go through that in grade school. You hit that hard in high school. So you know what that is.
Earthquake.
Sorry. I
He
did
beating
hit
up the table, y'all.
hit the shit out that table.
The table, like, wait a minute.
But when it
What
comes
did I
to
do?
certain other nationalities, and you can throw pretty much any other nationality in there other than Mexicans. When they come to that confrontational side, they very rarely get that outside of their household. And so you arguing across the table as a white person to somebody that's black, you already feel like I'm inferior to you. Why would I even have the galls to argue with you about something?
Mm-hmm.
Especially something you feel like you specialize in. And you got your formal education, you got your, you know.
Or what if the other person has that and you don't, but yet you feeling like you the black person having that education, me as a white person don't have it, but yet I feel that you disrespecting me and I'm right. Whole nother scenario up in there.
Because they still think that they still know more than you do and all that type of shit.
Either that, or if you a white person and you sitting in the wrong, I don't know, because I ain't white, number one. And number two, I very rarely have been in those situations where I'm going to argue back and forth with a white person because, and I can honestly speak, a part of my development coming through professional is you don't argue with white people. You hold your tongue.
Really? Tell me more.
Because usually they're in position of power.
True.
And so if you want to keep your position
True.
under them or in their business or part of their team, then you don't say what's on your mind. So in a lot of cases, I have to ask, has that white person ever been in position of anything before? Because if they have, then if they feeling challenged by a black person with some intellect, with some position and stature, then are they jealous?
Good question.
Could they feel that they've squandered or wasted their ability as having white privilege? What is their mechanics and why they feel so aggressive to hold on to this thing for 2 years after the fact?
2 years. 2 motherfucking years.
Yeah. So, and just like with us, if we holding on to something,
True.
there's something in there that we haven't broken down and actually faced as the reality of why you're actually upset at this particular situation.
Yeah.
And so it goes deep. It goes a little bit deeper than that surface. Here's an argument. You was right, I was wrong. And I feel like you disrespected me because I am this or whatever the case may be. Now, there's something deeper that's in there, whether it's black, white, or indifferent. What is the undertone?
I agree, because it's like after 2 years later,
Yeah,
and we still just as passionate, pissed
Yeah, there
than
has
you
to
was
be
that
something.
day. And I was sitting in there. To me, it was just two people disagreeing. It wasn't nothing to still be holding on this long.
There's something in there. There's something on the outskirts that
I tell you,
them
it's
two
something.
know.
It's something in there.
And
There's
them-
something in there.
We know. I'm surprised you ain't talking funny.
Right.
But that's my set it off Sunday. Y'all got anything to bring to the table? Something that you feel like, hey, let's talk about? Quietness.
I don't know what shit. Go on, Verge. Shit. Say something.
I'm still upset that Kobe dead. I still ain't really dealt with that. Yeah, I'm still upset because
Yeah.
we have to acknowledge that 2020 since Kobe's death has been a shit show. I mean, it's been one thing after another.
It's been a shit
And
show,
it's been consistent. And I remind myself after that because I know nobody in this room is probably a wrestling fan like I am, but the wrestling community just lost somebody else.
Wasn't The Rock, right?
No, it wasn't
Okay,
The
well,
Rock.
shit,
you
I
know,
don't
he was a jobber. Those who know of Luke Harper, he passed away. And it's just continued craziness. You know, this year, man, we done lost a lot of good people.
A ton of people. My uncle, no, that was last year. When,
Yeah.
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 We could speak of the stars all day long, the Chadwick Bosemans and all that
Yeah.
that we lost. But even on an individual basis, man, a lot of us have lost a lot of people in our communities and our families.
Yeah.
And it's just been one of those years that I don't even think we can understand just how the magnitude of all this loss, what it actually is doing to everybody. I know this year started off as well with a big push towards our community for mental health and mental health awareness and things of that sort. But I think going into this next year, that's got to be a focus, man.
Yeah.
That has to be, because it's difficult to pilot all of this stuff. You know, we're trying to maintain our whatever your standard of living is prior to this COVID thing. You're trying to maintain that
Yeah.
in the midst of all this other things that's happening around you. And there's so many moving pieces, whether it be changing of government administration that's happening with the presidency and with your local officials. Your kids are not in school. Your jobs have been interrupted. You're sitting around wondering if we go get this damn $2,000 or not from, you know, whether, and then on top of that, the losses that have, I mean, and compounded on that, the things that I listened to certain communities of people talking about, oh my God, I can't go skiing. We can't, right?
We ain't going.
Right. We can't enjoy basic television shows that we've been used to watching that takes our mind away from these things,
Yeah.
or convene
True.
with the friends that we normally convene with because of these issues. And so it's a lot to deal with, more than ever. And so I urge everybody. I mean, I don't know what everybody's individual situations may be, but that mental health game, man, that is a deep one. It's one that I've even been pursuing in myself. And I can recognize where, had I done this 10 years ago, had I been able to offload a lot of this aggression and a lot of this uncertainty and a lot of this anxiety that I have, this year would have been a total crap shit show, because I wouldn't have known how to deal with it. But you know, for those out there that's searching for an answer, that's searching for something to keep balance, you know, look at avenues for, you know, psychology. Look at avenues for mental health. You know, things of that.
Go sit on that couch.
Yeah, and a lot of times it's not even sitting on the couch. There's virtual.
Well, yes.
You know.
Yeah, sitting virtually on the couch.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
sit on your own couch, but yeah.
yeah, and it really is. It's more than just. I hear people talk about it. Oh my God, you feel so. You actually, when you can actually expound the truth out of your own mouth about yourself,
Yeah.
it does something to you.
To someone that's not going to judge or anything.
Exactly.
Right.
And that's the biggest thing too. And I know in our community we have a whole stigma against telling people our business
Yeah.
and stuff like that. But here's the fact of the matter, man. The fact of the matter is, if there's something that's weighing on you, get that shit off of you.
Chime
Get it
in,
off
people.
of you.
Chime in. If y'all got something y'all want to say, go ahead and chime in.
Yeah.
Miss Sandy Pruitt has said, not to cut you off, brother,
Yeah, you
but
did,
Miss
though.
Miss
It's all good. I'm
Miss
talking way
Pruitt
too
said
much.
it's just as hard for the kids, or maybe harder for the kids.
Whoa, Miss
For the
Sandy,
kids,
Miss
yeah.
Sandy, you hit up. I'm telling you, Miss Sandy, that is why I went and sought me some professional help, because I'm understanding the dynamic that my kids are going through. They're going through this with me.
Yes.
If I am not okay, my kids are catching the brunt.
Yeah.
And that's not fair. That's not fair, that's not just, and that cannot be. And so
Right.
that's the driving force to me getting my mental health together. Because once I found myself doing those things that I don't want nobody else doing to me, and I'm
Right.
doing them to my nah, bruh. You got something wrong with you. And so the hell with everything. I shut everything down. Go find you somebody to talk to. And that's literally what helped me re-navigate. And so that's a real point, Miss Sandy, because my kids, they are loving that. And here's the other thing I got to say about COVID. I know it don't reach across nobody else's, plate but mine probably, but I'm thankful and I'm blessed that COVID hit the way it did because I was at a stress point and trying to navigate my
Yeah,
household.
working a million jobs.
Oh
at
yeah,
one
he
damn
had about
time.
20 jobs at one time.
I did
The nigga never slept.
With a newborn.
with the deep rooted issue is because I didn't like my household. I didn't want to be there. I didn't want to be there and I didn't want to leave. And so what I did was I found a way to be outside of my household but not leave it. And that
By
was work.
working.
That was work. That's a problem. That's a problem. That's an issue. And I've subtly dealt with that issue. And because I subtly dealt with it, I look at it differently. I'm a stone cold provider. I'm the baddest provider in the world. Ain't nobody messing with me in that area as far as providing for my family.
That's right.
And here's the fact of the matter. The fact of the matter now is I didn't put my family in a better position because of me being,
Doing 20 jobs.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I didn't fix our credit. I didn't got money in the bank. We even got a nest egg. And now I'm just doing stupid stuff that I got to get reined back in now because why am I renovating my garage? I don't know. I'm about to get ready to move to Florida. I got accepted to FAMU. So,
Wait, did you know about that?
Yeah, he talked to me about it.
Oh, okay.
yeah, brother, go be a rattler. You know what I'm saying? Go be
All
a
right.
rattler.
So doing what at FAM? Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm in their business administration program.
Okay.
Once I get my first year under the belt, and as long as I maintain that 3.0, I'll be in a 1-year master's program.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So y'all gonna pick up and go again?
I am. Yeah.
Oh.
Here's the other advantage. Though, and it sounded really bad. It sounded horrible. But the place that we're renting, they're in position now that they're thinking about selling. Well, we got first dibs. So now what I get to do is all this work that I've been doing, there's a down payment for this house when they decide to sell. Y'all go ahead and stay here in Atlanta if that's where you want to be. Because now we own this house.
Right.
I can go ahead and get this 1.5, 2 years knocked out in Florida, and then we figure it out from there.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's about outlook. It's about how you look at it. So it has some undertones that I ain't finna get into on this radio. But
I ain't gonna ask because
Right.
you know I'm one of those that.
Hey,
Hey, woo.
we'll talk offline. But if you finding yourself in situations, man, there's always a way out of it. Always a way around it.
It is, but you have to be in that mindset because I'm just going back to last year this time where going back even about mental health because now that she's revealed that publicly, my daughter was on the verge of suicide last year this time.
Wow.
She was standing on a bridge not contemplating ending her life. And she was hit with so much stuff that was an actual out.
Mm-hmm.
And now she had to get medication because they found out she was bipolar, and she's seeing a therapist virtually, which has helped a whole lot.
Mm-hmm.
But we as a people got to get that mental health together.
Have to.
Yeah.
And I'm one that I know I need to go. Cause somebody tell me I'm that shit crazy, but I ain't.
It's not even that we.
Don't blame the messenger.
I don't think we understand how much we hold
We do.
on ourselves.
We do.
I mean, and I look at y'all, man, y'all tackle a lot. I'm always on y'all Instagram. Like, God damn, did they
Stalker
slow
alert.
down? Hey, it's stalking in a good way. Because I tell you the truth, it's nothing like having friends that, number one, are progressive and that are doing things and that you could pull from. And then number two, it's nothing like having friends that check up on you that don't want shit from you.
Right.
So that's what y'all have done. That's what y'all are. That's what y'all do.
Okay.
And so individually, you're fighting against what you want to accomplish individually, but together, you have people on the outside looking in like, God damn, that's a dynamic duo. You know, some of us wish they had the husband and wife dynamic working together. Over here,
It's hard getting that type of person, boy. But when you get that type of person,
it's a
you
man.
better not let that
I
motherfucker-
bet I brother.
better not let that motherfucker.
Man, please.
He told me he was gonna hold me hostage if I ever wanted to divorce.
I know
him.
that's
You ain't
right.
going no damn well.
I know
I'm
that's
gonna
right.
go misery on her ass. I'm breaking her ankles. ain't going no goddamn well.
And I'm with an officer. He ain't did nothing. He haven't done nothing, officer. He was with me. I don't know what she talking about. She need to go home. She need to figure it out.
Go fix the man.
Right. But no, man, that dynamic, that home dynamic, that together dynamic. I know it can be tough at times.
He sure, yeah, Lord,
it can be
Jesus,
tough. It can be
he
tough.
sure get on my nerves sometimes.
Of course.
Jesus.
Of course, but that's
That's
what
perfect. That's what brings you closer together.
it is.
You get on my
Because
damn nerve. Come here. let me
there's
hold you.
nobody you can look back in y'all history and be like, I could have went through this with another person.
I agree with that.
And so that's what needs to be held on to. Like when it's all said and done, at the end of the day, you got somebody that's fighting for you, going in the same direction.
Right.
Sometimes it's gonna look different. You might want to drive a Ferrari. He might be happy in his Chevy. Guess what? Y'all on the same road.
What's funny about that is I'm the opposite.
Oh, you want the Chevy?
I'm. He wants the high end car.
Oh, that's true. You know what? This dude, if I can,
I am so
I swear to
cool
God,
with
if-
just the Chevy.
Due to circumstances of what they is, the car that I ultimately want is a Bentley Continental GT.
Continental bitch.
I don't even care about that.
But my thing is, why spend $250,000 on a car when I could spend $250,000 on a couple of cars or a house?
This nigga done grown up. Look, if y'all looking at this channel,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that wasn't him 5 years ago.
Sir,
Sure
yes, sir.
wasn't.
It was not him 5 years
Sir,
ago.
yes, sir.
He was, man, I'm gonna get me there. I'm gonna have this, and I'm like, but dude, this don't equate. But to hear him talking like that, this brother then stepped up. He done graduated.
Yeah.
Everybody raise your glass. I'm proud of this
You
man.
I ain't got nothing in my cup. Somebody drank my drink.
You don't drink up it.
I ain't drank
God
nothing.
damn, even I haven't.
I ain't drank nothing. Y'all can't believe what's in this cup. It's gone.
I'm
Somebody
still on
drank
the first cup. Jesus Christ.
it. Because she don't even sip. She just look at the drink. Put it back
It
down.
evaporate.
Put it back down. Oh, I done drank some. Nigga, you ain't drink nothing.
I want to hear about what y'all doing next, because I know there's got to be some type of a short, some type of a mini series, some type of a film.
Well,
A
I will
commercial.
say this.
Since you say.
Since you brought that up. But let's go back. You know, I released 3 books, so just saying.
Yeah, she
Yes, she did. Yes, she did.
Just saying. But yes, and Miss Sandy's still on board. Is she
Miss
still
Sandy
out?
is still on there. Miss Sandy says mental health is just as important as dental health of vision health and vision health.
Absolutely.
You don't want to. You want. Oh, hold on. That's
Oh
much.
Lord Jesus.
Damn. Is fucking. Do
He
say
can't
doing me
read.
like James? Look here. You don't wait till you blind to see an eye doctor.
That's true.
Toothless to see a dentist.
I agree.
So I'm put a like on that because you
That's
can just
true.
say something and slap
Yes.
somebody.
All right, Miss Sandy.
So what we got coming up? Okay, so we did write a play, and it was actually supposed to have been on stage this past November, but thanks to Rona and her shenanigans,
Wow.
COVID 37.
Struggles of a Father's Love.
Wow.
So it's loosely based off on his interaction with baby mama Virgil, actually in there too. But anyway,
Probably. Okay.
but we actually decided to make that into a short.
Okay.
And so we can get more depth and different scenes versus on stage.
Right.
And we're gonna redo
Okay.
Brotherly Love. So shout out to Miss Sandy. Look out for your part.
Yeah.
Come March. We got
she
you.
she just said I want to be in your movie. You already in there, baby. You already in there.
Which one was Miss Sandy? Was she one of the gunmen that was
she's in
standing
the
by you?
third.
She's actually in the third. We haven't
Okay.
done. We was gonna do that too.
Okay.
Thanks to Rona. That got put on hold. But yeah, Brotherly Love, the Revenge
Yeah.
is already written, and
Nice.
we was set to film.
Right.
We were set to film in March, but
Right.
everything kicked off. So
Yeah, but what's crazy is the beginning of this year, before we was told anything about coronavirus, which started back in October last year, but no,
Neither here nor
Right.
there.
Exactly. Right.
But we got the office that we have now. We bought tons of equipment ready to get things done and just go on from there. But then when Corona hit, the equipment has been used once. As in, we bought a camera. We
Oh,
bought-
the red.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bought the camera.
Twice maybe, because we did
Well,
Jay
we-
Rugged, which
Yeah.
will be on at 6, y'all.
Yeah, we did a music video with it, and then we did we did two music videos with it, and then we did a short of someone else's.
Okay.
But because of COVID, some of our people were not able to do anything.
So, but yes, that is coming. That is coming, and we supposed to be writing a book together, erotic type of book. So he's telling stories.
Ooh.
He's telling sex stories.
That's actually hot.
He's telling sex
That's
stories.
actually-
And don't y'all be out there trying to take our goddamn ideas. You know what I'm saying? We already said it. It's already on live. So today has set forth the date, the time that we doing shit now. Shit.
Don't let them. They not y'all though. They ain't got y'all.
Right.
Now they ain't gonna have these stories.
That's right. That's right. God
They ain't got
dang,
these
man.
stories.
They ain't gonna have these stories. But let's go on back to the show here.
Yeah.
Speaking of loss, back in the day.
Mhm.
So I want to pay homage to the loss of yet another great, John Ecstasy Fletcher of Houdini, who passed away
Oh,
at
wow.
the age 56 on December 23rd.
Wow.
So the Brooklyn-based group was formed back in 1982. Houdini was one of the first rap groups to add R&B twists to their music, laying the foundation for the New Jack Swing. So some of the most popular songs were Friends.
Friends.
Yep.
How many
Have them. Big Mouth. She got a big mouth. A big mouth.
I worship her name. Yeah.
Freaks Come Out at Night.
The freaks come out at night.
Freaks come out.
Yes.
Freaks come out at night.
And my favorite, One Love.
One.
So-
Oh yeah.
So I know I'm dating myself, but you remember those dudes when they came out, they had that Houdini hat,
Mhm.
and every guy had to have a damn Houdini
Yep.
hat. So shout out to the OG groups of hip hop, Houdini.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
So
That's
I guess nobody hasn't seen the email. No,
Well,
but
see,
anyway,
due to circumstances of what they do, you know what I'm talking about. She always sending shit through email, and I could be right next to her.
but my Hot 16 was One Love by Houdini. They was a pioneer group, you know.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get into that Houdini One Love. You dig? Hey, he ain't on.
John ain't had nothing to do with none of that.
John, shut up.
Hey, but I do gotta say before we get too far into that, Georgia, go vote.
Please vote.
Go vote.
Yes.
Please
Vote.
I don't care who you vote for. Go
Just vote. Exercise your right.
Absolutely.
People died.
But I will be Ossoff and the other guy. I
Look,
do
look,
want
we
them.
ain't gotta know.
Or
We
not.
don't gotta do. We don't gotta
I
do
ain't-
none of what you doing over there, buddy.
That's true.
That ain't nobody business but yours.
I'm just saying.
Well, I'm just
saying.
saying.
Rest in
Hey.
peace.
R.I.P.
Ecstasy. Definitely will be missed. The
Yeah.
music will never die.
Man,
never die.
Another 2020 loss, man.
Another 2020 loss.
Right.
You have anything, or do we go ahead on and end this on?
Hot 16. Hot 16. Let's see what we're going to go ahead and throw in here for the Hot 16. You know what I'm talking about? I'm going to figure out something right here real quick. And we're going to, god damn it, too many damn devices around here. 2 damn phones, the computer, and
How about we just go try that
you know,
next
go ahead.
show?
Yeah, we're going to do that next show.
Yeah.
You know what?
Because he ain't ready, y'all. He ain't ready.
Look, listen here. It's
He ain't
getting
ready.
hot in this motherfucker.
No.
I ain't got nothing else in my damn cup. Something wrong up in here.
So our last segment, blow this shit out. And this is one where we just talk about, what's going on, what's bothering you, lay it on the table, blow that shit out, let it go. So, for mine, holding on to bullshit. Taking an article from my book that is in Amazon, Articles of Life, collection of short memoir essays of managing life. I have an article in there called You Can Keep That God. And what I mean by that is because my God is forgiving. So the folks that sit up there in church, that's acting all holier than thou, but yet having the hell in their heart,
In the heart.
are folks that just can't let shit go. If one thing COVID should have taught us is life is too short and it's precious. You can't sit here and just hold on to crap that really doesn't mean anything. It doesn't. It's not that serious. As long as you can wake up every morning breathing in the right frame of mind, that's all that matters. What happened the day before, gone.
Gone.
Why are you holding on to just bullshit? I gave 2 scenarios, which are true, real. Now, the names were changed to protect the guilty, but
To protect, I thought it would protect the innocent.
no, protect the guilty. But those are real situations that I don't get. And we just buried our cousin, my cousin Maurice. Shout out to him, rest in peace. It's been about a month now.
About a month.
And we had a family member that told us she is no longer a family member, but okay. But yet she showed up at the funeral, probably ain't talked to him and I don't know when.
Wow.
Sat with the family, even though it was in the back, but she sat with the family, but yet she spoke to no one in the family. We're in church and you still can't let that shit go.
Wow.
Now, who pissed her off?
Her brother.
Yeah, but it's been long building up, because they had a big blowout. It was kind of ugly, where people, they were trying to throw some hands. It turned to that. But even so.
Over some chicken.
Oh, yeah, it was over chicken.
No, it wasn't.
It was over chicken. It was over chicken.
Nigga, you can't have my piece of chicken. That's my chicken. Bitch, I'm going to take this piece of chicken. No.
And he was protecting his child. She was going off on his child. So he's like, hey, wait a minute.
Wow.
And it just went so left to where she's still holding on. Even though in church, months later, he wanted to, hey, this is my sister. And he went to bury the hatchet and he held his, when you come up to the altar and everybody hold hands, he extended his hand. That bitch looked at him and walked off. In church. In church.
That's the devil. The devil, he comes into the church.
You know what? I get it. I get it.
I don't
in church.
I got some grudges I haven't let go of just yet either.
See, that's a nigga.
It is. It absolutely is. It's some nigga shit. And I'm sorry to admit it, but I don't like that. I don't know if I'm the pot kettle calling kettle black, but it's different when it's family. It's different.
Nothing. Now, my husband, he brought up, well, you ain't forgive your aunt, but this heifer ain't like me since I was a kid. And I told him what was the straw that broke the camel's back is, people that know me, my mother been gone a long time. And at her funeral, and I was 18, 19, when they pull the casket to you, if you're sitting on that front row, this heifer sitting behind me, get up and look at your mama in the church.
I'm like, hold on, man. I'm grown now. You can't tell me shit. I don't see. That's one thing that I do not want to see. Cause with my uncle funeral, who just passed not too long ago, I did not even go into the where they had the funeral at, where they pull a body in. I didn't even go in there.
Yeah. Because
I don't want to see him laying in the damn casket.
I get that.
My last memory of him was he was up moving around. My uncle had cancer. But he was up moving around and smoking his weed like he normally do. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? We talking and chilling and all that. And then a couple months pass, he gone. Mm-hmm. I don't want to see that person laying in the casket. I want to see who I remember. Mm-hmm. And even with my mom, I was a little baby. I would call myself a little baby. I was like 12, somewhere up in there. That's a little baby. He don't understand. I did not understand the fact that she was gone. Mm-hmm. Right. Until I couldn't see her no more. And I ain't go towards that casket. Mm-hmm. What you know how you get up and walk around and everybody view the body for the last time? No fucking way.
I hear you.
I'm not finna do it.
I hear you.
Outside of that person that no, I had no words for her. Mm-hmm. From then on, I didn't want to be around her. I went around out of respect of my grandmother because she had moved in with her. Outside of that, even when she did see me, she still threw those little jabs. Mm-hmm. But I was still cordial. Mm-hmm. I still spoke, but we had no relationship. And I didn't want any relationship, and I was good.
And that's pretty much all you're obligated to, is at least if there is some type of speaking distance.
That's it.
That's it.
Hello.
The
Goodbye.
speaking distance.
That's
And
it.
But that was it. So that's the only one that I can say that, nah, I couldn't let that one go. Other than that, it wasn't. I'm not mad at anybody, especially something so trivial when it's an easy fix.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm laughing at John. The boy said he said I don't want to see that string hanging. No more.
What
Shout
up,
out to
John?
Rugged.
Shout out to
Rugged.
John, man. Hey, I'm feeling that intro, bro. I love that intro.
Yeah.
Yes,
Well, he
sir.
don't know about
That Virgil over there.
There's only one. There's only one.
Yeah.
There's only one.
He over there in the cut though.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes,
Virgil over in the
sir.
cut. If you on YouTube live, you see him. Yeah.
But that's my blow that shit out. Basically, we bullshit. You gotta let that go.
Yeah.
You gotta let it go. It is not that serious.
Hey,
People are here today
I'm going tomorrow.
and go tomorrow. Like when I was talking about my cousin, he went to sleep. He went to sleep thinking he's gonna get up to go to work the next day. Never woke up.
Wow.
Never woke up. So we, the ones that still waking up every morning, we gotta be woke to let that bullshit go.
You gotta let it go.
That's mine.
Gotta let it go.
Bird, you got anything to lay on that table?
Let's see.
We can still talk about your
How about
holding
some crab?
grudges.
You choose the crab, lay that on the table.
Um,
Go ahead and spill it, man. You got one.
I don't know.
You said you holding on to some shit too. Blow that shit out.
See, but that's in my household, though.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's in my household.
Let's go to the next segment.
The only message I got for anybody that's listening is get your mental health together. Go get your mental health. Stop. Let's go ahead and end that stigma about black people don't talk to therapists. That's some bullshit. Go get yourself mentally straight. If you can't get your physical the way you want to, at least walk around with a healthy mental. All right.
Yeah.
I
Number
like
one.
that.
Number two, go ahead and make sure you check your laws for your the state laws for the guns in your state. If you've been on the side of egging about, having a personal firearm, do that. I highly recommend everybody in America, especially if you're black, grab your firearm, but know your local laws. Know how to protect yourself. Know how to shoot it. It's one thing to have a gun. It's another to actually go to the range, get you some practice in, know what that thing feels like in your hands. So when
And
it's
be
time
safe.
to protect yourself, and then also legally protect yourself. Have your license. Know what your laws are in your state about after you fire the firearm. And then after that, can we finally get our kids back in school, please? I need these babies back in school.
And
What did
cost?
Bernie Mac say?
What cost?
What did he say about his niece and nephews? Yeah, it's been tough, man. Homeschooling is a different beast. Shout out to all the teachers, any school administrator out there. I absolutely appreciate you. Anybody who's thinking about going into the profession of teaching our children, man, you are a rock star. Because having to deal with my own children,
Right.
I love
Appreciate
them to
the
death.
teachers now.
I absolutely appreciate the teachers and anybody who makes way for what teachers do. They need a whole hell of a lot more money
I
than
agree.
what they
Yeah.
getting. So
Yeah.
DJ Tyler, what you got?
For to blow that shit out. Fuck 2020. I'm done.
Oh, okay.
plain and simple.
Hey,
like it.
it's so much happened. Some people have business wise they have grown in 2020. I've talked to a couple of people, a marketing person. He said before 2020 he had nothing.
Mhm.
Now he's working with doctors and things like
Mhm.
that, and his stuff has went through the roof.
Man, I'm telling you, 2020 done forced a lot of motherfuckers off their high horse.
Yes.
A lot of people who've been sitting up there for years and thinking they too good to
Be
poop
touched.
right. Now your shit got leveled off, and
Yeah,
it
your shit
allow
stink,
yeah, it does. It been stinking. Shit, we just down here smelling it. But motherfucker, but what it allowed people who had that determination and that drive to, number one, go ahead and find and polish that niche that they've
Yeah.
always tried to.
Yeah.
I didn't ran into so many people now that have
I
wrote
read it out.
books,
Mhm.
that have started their clothing business, who's opened up their own private business. Even my wife has now officially launched her tax business. got websites, business cards, and everything.
Okay.
And it forced people to now go ahead and start doing those things that you are naturally gifted at doing, instead of having to worry about, man, who's hiring?
Yeah.
No, Nick, you hiring. You are the person that needs to hire yourself. Work for yourself. If you are somebody who has that on that fence about working for yourself or doing your own thing, get it done.
Hey man,
Get it
ain't
done.
nothing to it but to do it. At least try it, man.
That's
and
it.
And if it don't work for you, then move to
And
the next thing.
stop letting formality stuff get in your way. The other thing that 2020 has showed us is that professionals are only as good as the word. Because professional in itself is nothing more than a habit. That's it. It ain't got shit to do with what you look like, how you talk, the way you present yourself, or nothing like that. If you have a great idea, and if you have your stuff in line and you passionate about what you do, that's what your profession is.
Agreed.
Stop worrying about being politically correct. And then stop worrying. I talk to so many people because I do small consulting with business development. And so people who want to start their own business, well, I want to start an LLC, or I want to start a nonprofit. Do it. You don't have to wait until you get a piece of paper to start doing the work. You do not have to wait until you get a piece of paper to do your heart's calling, to do what your God-given talent is. There's nobody that can tell you to, oh, you need to wait to do that before I give you this sheet of paper. You ain't got to be no formalized 501c3 to start doing charity work.
This is true.
You don't have to wait. Do the work. And then from there, the byproduct of you doing the work is you running into people that say, hey man, I like what you're doing. How can I help you? Oh, I need to file my well, I don't know how to do it, but I know somebody to do it. Or I know somebody who got the money that can pay for you to get it done.
Yeah.
See, that's how that works. And if you can't step out on faith, if you can't step out on your own angst about doing it, and you can do it in the midst of you still working for the other people, you can still do your own thing. I just opened a call center for blind people.
Who does that?
Me. And a gentleman by the, and I got to give him a shout out. Love you, Byron. Byron Harden is the president, whatever he calls himself, of IC Music. This brother for the last 3 years has been on my neck about using my God-given gift of lecture, of talking and teaching.
That I agree. You can talk the bears out of the woods, but yeah.
I get to do that. I get to do that, and I assist sighted individuals or people who are hard to see, and I get to show them how to use music platforms.
Good.
And I teach them Microsoft Office.
Congratulations on that. You got a whole lot of stuff you doing. Look at you.
But it took that gentleman, and he's blind. It took the realization that this man wakes up every morning. He now has a certified school, a chartered school in the state of Illinois. He built his own music studio that rivals anybody's mid to large level studio. He built it himself, and he's blind. He now has us contracted with Full Sail University. We now provide work study job opportunities for them through IC Music, and we started a call center for blind individuals to receive assistance. There's nothing, you can't tell me that us as people with functioning limbs and sight, that there's limits on what we want to do.
That's just laziness.
We be in our own way.
Agreed.
Get out
We be
your
in
way.
our own way.
Get out your way.
Mental health, and then get the hell up and get to doing what it is you want to do. You'll find a way to do it. You'll run into people that will help you to do it.
Figure it out.
That's it.
Yeah.
All right. You ready to close us out, Mr. DJ Talented?
Yes, sir. So that was another great show. We've had the talking Mr. Virgil Hawkins over No.
That's that do say.
Yeah.
That do say got you.
Yeah, but the man has said some real true shit.
Facts.
We do need to get our mental together in order to get our physical together, in order to get our social as well as our financial.
Absolutely.
Without the mental, can't none of that happen.
That's true.
Follow Miss Entertainment. She's an author. She's a producer.
I'm all things entertainment.
You know what?
Director.
You know what?
She
She
be doing it,
she
man.
talking about him. She got about 115 jobs.
Right, exactly.
Right? And I don't know how
Low
she gets this
key.
stuff done.
She do it.
I go to sleep for an hour, she done got 50 things done. You know what I'm saying? I get up, I do one thing for an hour. Hey, but you know how women, they can multitask way better than a man can. You know, we get focused on some things, and that's what all we gonna do. But again, go ahead and follow us all on social media. We got Mr. Virgil Hawkins over here. You can follow him on his social media.
No, you can't.
Go ahead.
I don't need no more followers.
No more followers. Okay. Well, fuck that. We're going to go over to Miss Entertainment. Miss Entertainment, you got some social medias to shout out?
Ms. M-I-Z-Z ENTATL TS Edwards _author. That is.
Well,
Y'all
you know,
should.
Yeah, whatever the hell that meant. But I'm DJ Talented. You can check me out on Instagram at DJ Talented. 1, the O is a 0. You can check me out on Facebook. Yeah, but I'm not gonna shout that out. But you could really shout us all out on Real Raw and Rugged on YouTube. We're gonna go ahead and throw up that subscribe button. You know what I'm talking about? Let's go ahead.
And we'll be back in about another 2 hours?
Another 2 hours. We got another show going on.
We got Rugged in the house.
We throwing them out for Christmas, you dig? You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, and go ahead. Don't forget to like. Go ahead, get on YouTube. Subscribe. Like the videos. Or like the live. Let us know what y'all think. Chat and all that type of good stuff. But you know what? We out this motherfucker.
Salute y'all.
Peace out.
Peace.
Real, raw, rugged. Promise we gon' keep it 100. Hey, promise we gon' talk about something. Tell don't hit the ground running. Tell them other stations we coming. Never with the shits we coming. Don't come for us unless you been summoned. West side, side, see other. Tune in while you cruising. This is that exclusive. It's me and a mic and 2 friends. I'm rugged, but I'm ruthless. So the truth is you be clueless. If news wasn't an outlet, my mind is in 2025. My car ain't out yet. My girl with clout check. Anybody you see me out with. Talented, one a savage wit. Funds give average. None he stack is in. Come Miss ENT, the Don of all the hustle. It goes equally. They my family, I'm rugged. That's just the G in me. Let's see what we could speak on.